Hey everyone, this is Jackie Cooper with the Blockchain Legal Institute, and I want to welcome everyone to this week. I feel like we might have missed a week, and I can't figure out why. I know next week we're going to be missing it because of consensus. Yeah,
Yeah.
consensus is coming up. I'm really excited about that. I know that the Blockchain Legal Institute's team is going to a lot of side events as well as meeting with a ton of people. I can't wait to interview them all. Um, I know why we were missing it last week is because you were
I
traveling.
was traveling. Yes.
Oh, that's right. It occurred to me. That's right. You were on vacation, which is
Yeah.
all. That's phenomenal. So this week we're going to be doing like a week in review of crypto, which a lot of things actually have happened. And then we're also going to be talking about sam.gov because as many of you might know from the past conversations, Blockchain Legal Institute actually created a charity, Blockchain Legal Institute Foundation, BLI bli.foundation. So if you feel so inclined and would like to donate fiat at the moment, because we are going to be integrating crypto, but at the moment it's just fiat. If you'd like to make a donation, then it will go towards the giveaway of the Bitcoin Cinderella books. But because of that, Patrina and I have been navigating sam.gov, and we're going to actually do a recording of our learning process. She's very experienced, and trust me, if you have never done this process before, you do need to hire a consultant who can help navigate, because if I was to do this on my own, first, the email confirmations coming back make no sense at all. And I'm a lawyer and I understand convoluted, but this is really convoluted.
It
So
definitely is legalese.
yeah, yeah, more than legalese. This is like tech talk that makes no sense. I'm not saying TED talk. I'm saying, it's just like this language is either double negative or doesn't make sense. So she's been helping me with that, and so we're going to do a recording so that way you guys can understand a little bit more. And just a lot going on. So why don't we hop over to you and talk about the grant side, because we're always going to be talking about grants for nonprofits as well as just business opportunities for for-profits. So
Yes. So this one is a great opportunity for the for-profit side. It is through Comcast Rise. It's one of those that came out as a result of the pandemic and small business owners needing funding. And so they have released another round of funding. I got an email at the beginning of the month. Someone reminded me about it yesterday. And I was like, this is perfect for those who are viewing this today. So it is not for the entire US. It is for specific regions. We'll attach the link so that you'll have that and you'll be able to know exactly if you qualify or not. But the key areas right now are Houston, Richmond, Southern Colorado, and a few other places. So there are about 5 places where they're seeking to get funding. I am a recipient of Comcast Rise funding back in 2021, I believe. And so I can tell you that it really can benefit your business. And it's a great way if you want to add cryptocurrency to your website. We've been talking about that. We're going to do a video on that as well. This would be a great way for you to get some funding and use that funding to update your website to help you include cryptocurrency. So this round closes out soon. Matter of fact, I think it closes out this month on the 31st. So, but the application was really simple in the past. I suggest, take a look at it. If you need some assistance, I'm happy to have a discussion with you. So feel free to reach out. But I encourage you, if you can, apply for this funding.
yeah, no. And also, if by chance I am slow to upload links to the bottom of our blogs just because of all the things that are going on, remember that in past historic lives, there's our contact information. So
Absolutely.
don't be bashful, reach out to us. That will just also remind me that I do have to do the link. And because it feels like, we're in a constant whirl of progress, but because of that progress, also some things just don't get uploaded.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so definitely grants are important. And I do want to mention with the sam.gov, we're doing it for Blockchain Legal Institute, the for-profit, but we're also doing
Mhm.
it for the nonprofit. So
Mhm.
there are things that we're learning with that, and we're going to share as we are. So if you do have two entities with similar names, there's
Mhm.
learn. And so we'll be helping to document, that as
Mhm.
kind of learn. I'm going to hop over to the crypto week and the various things that have happened um, with respect to both the agencies and Congress and things like that.
All that. Yeah.
So one of the things I do want to mention is the Maryland Blockchain Association, of which I'm also in charge of. Definitely, if you're in Maryland, hop on over to marylandblockchainassociation.org because we want to know who you are so we can support you in terms of both education, outreach, just also navigating the General Assembly. And so one of the associations that Maryland Blockchain Association is also aligned with is the U.S. Blockchain Coalition.
Mhm.
And that's a coalition of close to 50 state organizations. And we signed a letter in support of having clarity on definitions within crypto and things like that. And
Mhm.
the bill that was passed by the House, the um, FIT 21 passes the House. That was pretty historic.
Mhm.
71 Democrats joined Republicans in the House to pass the Financial Innovation and Technology for the 21st Century Act. And this act would give the CFTC expanded jurisdiction over the spot market of non-security
Mhm.
digital assets. The
Okay.
act does not fully clarify what constitutes a digital asset security.
Right.
Everyone did predict that it might pass, but it was a surprise to many Democrats that there was such a strong support. And we're not sure what is going to happen next. We'll have to see when it hits the Senate, but it's symbolic for a win for crypto. And
Mhm.
then the other thing that happened dealt with Ethereum. So the Ethereum spot market ETFs were approved, and the SEC unexpectedly cleared the way for spot market Ether ETFs this week. Further approvals are needed before it can go live. The SEC's approval appears to have been a last minute decision, potentially caused by shifting politics and the unexpected bipartisan support of the other app.
The FIT bill. Okay.
And then, so let's see here. Some believe the decision prevents the SEC from credibly asserting that ETH is a security in the future. We don't know. We'll have to see.
Okay.
The other bill that was blocked from the US dealt with CBDCs. So a bill blocking the US from issuing a CBDC, central bank digital currency, for those that might not know the abbreviation, also passed the House this week, although this one didn't have Democratic support. But it was interesting that, again, there's been concern about what would happen with a central bank digital coin. And then in New York, for those that are following different state things, the New York's Attorney General extracted $2 billion settlement from the bankrupt crypto lending platform called Genesis and a commitment not to operate in New York in the future. That was interesting. Another update in Texas, actually. A Texas federal court ruled against a YouTuber, finding he offered unregistered securities in the form of SPRK tokens. And the gentleman, the YouTuber, argued he was not subject to SEC jurisdiction as he was located out of the country when making the offer. But the court found his use of U.S. social media to solicit U.S. investors gave the SEC jurisdiction.
Yeah, that's that little thing about solicitation. You got to be careful about where you're seeking
Yeah,
your
yeah.
donors or your funders.
Yeah,
Yes.
so it's interesting. It's the SPRK tokens. So I'll have to look that up and give you guys more details as to where those are located. Also a brief update, Uniswap made public its response to the SEC's Wells notice,
Mm-hmm.
and it raises several issues likely to be determined by a federal court regarding whether securities regulations are implicated by DeFi protocols. So that's going to be interesting. And then let's see what else. again, here in the States, before we hop overseas, the Supreme Court ruled against Coinbase in a case regarding contractual interpretations of arbitration provisions. Now, again, all of us kind of don't always read what we sign and click, but
Right.
the Supreme Court said it's not crypto related, so they said let's not dwell on it. Well, that was the opinion of the comment, at least of the person who was writing this.
Mhm.
So across the ocean, a UK court concluded that Craig Wright, who pretends to be Satoshi Nakamoto to promote a coin called Bitcoin Satoshi's Vision, is not Satoshi Nakamoto. And the order set forth how this gentleman faked documents to support his lie. So, so that was that's a short little week in review. Let's see, did I miss anything? Nope, a little week in review. So very much so in terms of a lot of things happening, and we're at the 11-minute mark. So
flew right by. But just something to point out. I know that this person didn't think the Supreme Court ruling had a real effect on blockchain, but anytime the Supreme Court is making a ruling for or against something, it's going to impact the consumer. So in this particular case, we're talking about the arbitration laws. It's just something to keep an eye out, because every company writes it in, like you just said, into their agreements. And so you agree to it if you essentially begin to use their product or service. So just something to keep an eye out on as we are moving further into the blockchain.
Yeah. So the other thing that I wanted just to say, even because we'll be 2 weeks out before we come back, for those that have not signed up for the Blockchain Legal Institute's newsletter, definitely hop over to bli.tools and sign up. That is free, even though our platform is a member-based platform, and there's a lot of great information on the library. But the reason why I'm really encouraging everyone to sign up is, one, besides the discount codes that you'll get for events coming up, it's our birthday. BLI is 1 year old. The idea was generated and created a year ago at the Bitcoin conference in Miami. This year it's going to be in Nashville. But this next edition of the newsletter actually outlines almost everything. I have a feeling I've forgotten some things, but almost everything that's happened over this past year. And it is remarkable to kind of do a look back and see how much has been accomplished. The people that have, I told my team today that we're going to be doing a newsletter more frequently. So that also means I need to be keeping a daily diary better. So that way I can give thanks to all the people who we've been networking with, talking to, and who have been supporting the growth. So, and yourself included. So, it's been a fun journey, and I can't wait to see what year 2 brings in terms
of it's amazing.
Travel, as well as speakers, conversations, and also new members, and how we can support everyone in our community.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So any last minute thoughts for the next minute and a half that we have, because we are right on the mark.
We are on it today.
Yeah, we are.
Right. So, just have an amazing weekend. It is a 3-day weekend. So hopefully everybody will take advantage of that. I know I am. I'm going to do some extra work.
So, a really good point. It's Memorial Day weekend. So for everyone who is a veteran or who has served or who's overseas serving, we want to thank you for your service.
Absolutely.
Without, the support of those that have been in the ranks or are there, we won't have the freedoms and the choices and the opportunities we actually enjoy. And we can never take for granted what we have here. We might complain about things, but really, we do have a lot of opportunities here that a lot of other communities and countries don't. So,
absolutely.
So definitely, let's keep everyone in our thoughts this weekend in a really happy, positive way.
Absolutely. I'm a military kid. from 4 generations of veterans. My son's a veteran. So, you know what, as you said, thank you for your service. We really do appreciate what you do. So.
Yeah. For sure, for sure. So everyone, we're actually on time today. It's 15 minutes. Remarkable. We're going to start the new year on time.
Right.
Anyway, Patrina, I will, I know I'll be chatting to you over the next week. For everyone, have a great time over the weekend. And next week, we'll be reporting back after consensus. And as I always say at the end of all my shows, be kind to yourself, be kind to others. We're all interconnected and we're all part of one world, and now more than ever. So everyone, have a great one. Bye.
Bye, y'all.